Right, in order to do this bag, you're going to need 2 forks, because that's what we're going to make this on. And these 2 forks, you're going to be doing the reverse Lacy dragon scale on. Now, I've done a video for this separately, but I'm also going to do it on this video to show you how to do it again. I was going to just refer back to that video, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually show you how to do it again, because I need to do it for this video anyway. So let's see, I'm going to start out with some pinks and some oranges. And I know like guys are going to look at this and think, oh, what good is this for me? But you can also make this into just a plain looking bag. It doesn't have to look like a purse. So I'm going to make a couple of those to show the guys too how this could be used. Let me get my hook out. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is put bands all the way down your fork. You're going to start out, let's focus up a little tighter. Get a little tighter in. It may not want to let me, and if it doesn't, then we'll just stick what's a little further out. I think that's the best we're going to get. Alright, so you're going to take your rubber band, you're going to twist it, and put it on the second one over. And you're going to do this all the way down. Third one, twist it, put it on the fourth one. Still bugs me, it's not tight enough. That's better. Go to the next fork, twist it, put it on the next one. So it's going on every 2 prongs, and it's twisting in between until you get to the last set. Putting it on, twisting it 2 times for the last one, and then putting it on. Okay. Then you're going to your next row, and you are going to move over 1 set, move over from the first one to the middle, and put it over 2. Go to the middle here, and go to the middle of this fork. And I am holding these in the back. You're going to get comfortable with, you're going to figure out what feels comfortable for you, but this is how I do it. So when I start pulling over, I'm not just pulling everything over. Alright, then you're going to go down to here. You're going to start 1 space over and start pulling the rows over. The bands I'm using you can find on Amazon.com, and they're called Lucky Loom Bands. I always get asked that at least once, so I'll make sure to say it. Alright, your next row, again, is going to be the same places where I put the peach colored bands, or orange colored, whatever you want to call them, over 1, connecting the 2 forks, and in the middle of the second fork. You're doing 3 rows in this place. I'm going to make this bag smaller so you can see how to do a smaller bag. But I also will tell you how to make them any size as I go with this. If you're hearing noises outside, I'm recording this on the 4th of July, so you might hear some fireworks outside. Since I'm in the USA, we have the fireworks going on today, and we hear them throughout the day here. Okay, 1 more row, same place as the others. Alright, after I've done 3 rows, pulling the bottoms up over the tops, and I'm continuing to pull from the back to pull these through. I'm going to go back to the pink, which is going all the way across, every 2. Whoop. 2 at a time. I'm continuing to hold these in the back. Then I'm going to go all the way across every row, and I'm going to pull these up and over, the bottom over the top. I do have a pattern for this on my Blogger site, and this is the reverse dragon scale pattern. So if you need the pattern of just a basic reverse Lacy dragon scale is what I'm using for this part. And after doing a single row across for this, I go back to the middle row and I do it 3 more times. This is the second row. Oh, I'm not going to use that band, that looks funny. And then we need 1 more row because it's 3 rows for this middle section each time. Now that I've done 3 rows, I'm going back to my row that I have in pink that's going all the way across. And that's on every 2. So I said this one, if you have trouble with this, you can find the pattern for it on my Blogger site, and you can find the link to my Blogger site on my YouTube page. It's on blogger.com, and it's Willow Creek is the name of the Blogger site. Alright, now that I've pulled this over, I'm going to me show you how it looks in the back. So it's one solid row across and then 3 in the middle, one solid row across and 3 in the middle, and then one solid row across. So the pattern just keeps repeating that way for this. Now I'm going to stop now and finish this pattern and then come back and show you how to start attaching these into a bag. If you need to see this again, stop and repeat this part of the video so you can get the hang of how to do this part. And I will be back when I have enough of this done to show you how to start making this into a bag. Okay, for this one, I'm only going to be doing 5 sets. So what I have is 5 sets of 4. So the way you can tell is all you have to do is count your groupings. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for mine. So as I said, I'm going to make a smaller bag. So I'm only going to go with 5 this time. And I ended with the row that goes all the way across. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first one, the one on the end, and move it over one place. Then I'm going to pull the bottom over the top. And I'm going to move the one on this side of the fork over one place. And I'm going to do the same thing, pull the bottom over the top. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the other fork. Move it in one. Bottom over the top. Other side. In one. Bottom over the top. Then I'm going to pull everything tight and take it off the forks. And that gives me 4 places. And what I'm going to do with these 4 places, just to hold them in place so nothing comes loose while I'm working on the next part, is I am going to put a clip through all 4 of these. Helps if I have some light on. I just realized I didn't have my light on. You can see it a little better. I'm going to put a clip through all 4 of these, just so that my little slip knot doesn't slip out, like this one's already starting to do. Doesn't matter what kind of clip you use, and this is only a temporary clip that I'm putting through here, just to hold them in place, hold it in place while I do the next part of the bag. Okay, right, now I'm ready to show you how to put this together into a bag. With this piece with the 5 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this bag will end up being about half the size of the bag that I've shown you, because this one I did in 7 sections, so it would be about twice the size when it's done. And this will end up being about half the size. This piece had 8 finished panels. This is 1 panel, as you can see, 1 panel width. So you get an idea of how you can make the bag bigger or smaller. The more panels, the wider the bag is. The longer this piece is, the taller the bag is. So as I show you how to put it together, you should get the idea of how you can make it, how you can make it longer or wider. Okay, so we're going to get started. I'm showing you how to put these together now. So you're going to start this part the same. You're going to start it with the band and twist it. And take your next band and put it on and twist it. And keep going. Be nice if I could get this focus. a little better. And then your last one is going to get twisted 2 times, just as it did with the other one. There we go. I don't know why it always takes long to focus. Alright, and then after you've got all these on, you are going to take this piece. You're going to go down, you're going to have the part you clipped pointing down to the bottom. You're going to go up to this end, find your openings, where in between where you've got all your 3-piece chains. Go all the way over to your end and find your opening at the end here beside your 3-piece chain. This is the opening that you're putting on the end of the fork. It's going on the front of the fork, and it's going to lay down across the front of the fork. So put that on there like that, and then you're going to go on to continue the middle of your pattern. So you're putting on your second layer, the one that goes in the middle, and pulling that over. I think I have one on the wrong piece here. Hang on. Yeah, this one's over 2 instead of just 1. Sorry about that, folks. We don't want this to come up wrong. Alright, so this goes in the middle, over 2. And this goes over 2. Alright, and then we're starting with the second one over and pulling these over just like we did with the first one. And we're going to do 3 rows. We're still doing the same pattern. And nothing's going to change with this until we get to the pink row again. So it's row 1. This is row 2. And this is the 3rd row. Then after this, I'm going to change it up. Okay, now I'm going to go all the way across. Once I've gone all the way across, you're going to see how, at the end, how this gets attached. So we'll pull all the bottom ones over the top. Once you get to the end, you are going to pull all 3 of these over the top. And then pull everything in the back. Once you fold all three, you're going to find your next hole, which is right here, and put it over your fork so you're ready for the next row that goes all the way across. You are going to continue to do just a regular reversed Lacy dragon scale, and every time you go through and you get to this row, you're always going to pull 3 over, and every time you pull 3 over, you're going to go to your next row and put on your next one. And that is how you're going to attach this as you go down through. So I'm going to continue to I'm going to pause and continue to the end, and when I get to the end, I'm going to show you how to take this off then. Alright, so I did some in the middle so you can see how it's coming together nicely, but I left a couple to show you how to put it together. So I'm on the row that goes all the way across. So once you go across here, when you get to the last one, make sure you're pulling over all 3. Once you have them over, find your next open one, and then pull it back over. And for me, that's going to be my last one. So let me count and make sure I've got enough rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm on my last set of 5. Because I've got 4 sets here. So I'm on my last set of 5. So this is going to finish it off. Get some more oranges out so I can do that. So we're going to pull these over, 3 rows of these over like we've been doing. Let me pull a little tighter on the back. And one more row. And you're ready for your final row for this. And as I said, you can make this as wide as you want, so you can add as many panels as you want. And then once you've made as many panels as you want and attach them, then that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and make as many panels as I want. I think I'm just going to make this 4 panels wide just to make a small one. And then I'm going to come back and show you how to attach your panels on the opposite side. Your very last panel, when you put it on, you're attaching it, you're actually building it on both sides, not just on one side. But I'm going to show you how to do that. And this pouch, since it's a small pouch, I'm going to do a closed bottom for it. Okay, so you've got that. And then you're going to pull these both in one space, both of your ends in one space. The same thing on this fork, both ends in one space because we're finishing this off. And then you're going to go down the row and pull the bottoms over the tops. You're going to pull these off and put a clip through all 4. Wow. That's not part of the tutorial. Alright, put a clip through all 4 of these. Just to hold these in place. And there you have 2 of your panels together. So now you know how to put your panels together. So you need to go ahead and make several panels. You're going to make all but your last panel. And then I'm going to go do the same thing, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to make your last panel and connect it at the same time. Okay, I have 3 panels done, and I'm ready to show you how to attach them with the 4th panel. So I went ahead and did 1 full set of the reverse Lacy dragon scale, and what that consists of is what you've been doing is I did 1 full row of the solid color, and then I did 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3 of the orange. So you're going to need that on your fork before you start attaching. So I did 1 full row across and then 3 rows in the middle. And that's the same pattern that you've been doing to get started all along. Alright, from there, you are going to take your panels, make sure the clip is pointed to the bottom. You're going to go to this side and find the very bottom, go all the way over to the edge like you've been doing to attach them, and find your hole, and put that on this side. Then you're going to go all the way over to this side and find the hole on this side and take that around to this side of your fork. So it's wrapped around your fork. Okay, make sure that your pattern, see how you've got this line going down the inside here? Make sure that's on the inside and not on the outside here. Alright. And now you are ready to start attaching. So you've already done a full set, so you're ready to go ahead and put on, I'm ready to go ahead and put on my pink row, which is going all the way across, which is going to attach it. So the only difference here is instead of attaching one side, I'm attaching both sides. while I'm building my set. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm pulling over all three on this side. When I pull over all three, I find my next opening and I put it on. Then I go to the next one to pull over. Oh, dropping your fork is not, or your tool is not part of the tutorial. You gotta go all the way across and pull them over. Sorry, my phone sometimes buzzes if I have a text or something coming in. So that's sometimes if you hear a buzz during my videos, that's what it is. Okay, and then when you get to the end, you're going to pull these three over. To the back, find the next opening, and then put it over. Then you're going to do your next row in the center, and you're doing 3 rows of these. Make sure you pull one in the back. Pull these through, and then pull your bottoms over your tops. Then I have one more row of this. And then we're going to go back to all the way across. I'm going to show you how to pull it over one more time. I go all the way across. So you start at the end and you're going to pull all 3 of these up and over, Once you have them over, find your next opening and put it on. And then keep going across. Once you get to the end, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to pull these 3 over. You can do them one at a time if you want. You don't have to do them all 3 at once. Just make sure you got them all up over. You're going to find your next opening here and put it on. Then you're ready to continue with your sets. So every time you get to the set that goes all the way across, you're going to do that. I'm going to go to the end. I'm going to come back at the end, show you how to connect it one last time. So I'll be back at that point. Okay, I'm up to the last row now, and I'm ready to put it on and pull it over. And then we're going to take this off and clip it and show you how to finish off the bottom. We're going to finish this bottom off in a round. Alright, I wanted to also show you that you can just lift these 3 off with your fingers. I use a hook for this. I know a lot of you are just using your fingers, so it's very easy to lift the 3 over with the fingers. I think it's actually easier than the hook. I just use the hook to keep my hands out of view, out of your view, so you can see what I'm doing here. So this is the last row I'm pulling over before I start finishing it off. As you can see, it's really easy to just grab these 3 and pull them over. Okay, so now everything's attached. I'm going to move these over one space and this over one space, and do the same thing on the other fork. Everything in one and in one, and then pull the bottoms over the tops. Give it a good tug and pull them off the fork. Then I'm putting a clip through all 4 of these just to hold them in place until I'm ready for them. Okay, now you can have your bag with no seams showing. I like mine to have the seams showing. I like these little lines in the seams. I think they look cute. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do the bottom of this. For the bottom, I'm going to take my hook. You can also use your fingers for this if you don't have a hook. And I'm going to take my hook and put it between each one of these little 8s. And this one's not cooperating. Doesn't want to untwist for me. Come on, 8. And then we'll get you that way. We'll just go around him here. Actually, I don't need him. He's not my 8. That's why he's not going twisting for me. He's a side piece. Here we are. I'm going to do a couple at a time. Alright, so I've got 3 of them. Set that down a second. I'm going to take a pair of rubber bands and put them together. I'm hooking one into my finger. If you don't have a hook, you're going to have to thread these through by hand. And I'm pulling them through the 8s and dropping them. That's because I'm using my little hook. You can grab my big one. And pulling them through. And I'm going to do this all the way around. I'm just going to slowly thread them through and pull them through. Like I said, unfortunately, if you don't have a hook, you're going to have to do this by hand. This will be a little more tedious for you. And I'm going to get my bigger hook so it's not as tedious for me. So don't keep falling off my hook. I'm just pulling it through each of the 8s as I go around. Oh, one more. Have them all? Yep, once I've got them all, I'm going to pull it through so that I've got just one rubber band, because I don't need 2 of them in here, that's too much. And then you're going to put your clip so that you're clipping just that one rubber band together. Don't matter what kind of clip you use. You don't have to use the same kind as me. Whatever is best for you. Clip those 2 together and then take this one off. That was just your aid to get everything to work together. And then stick your clip in, kind of work your clip back in so it isn't showing. Okay, then you've got a round bottom for your pouch. That rounds it off on the bottom, okay? And now I'm going to show you what to do at the top. What we need to do for the top first is make a strap, so I'm going to show you how to do that next. I'm going to make mine, I think I'm going to make it orange and pink to match the bag. Maybe I'll just make it pink. So I'm going to start with one band, then I'm going to wrap it 1, 2, 3 times around. If you do not have a hook to work with, you can just make it a single chain with your fingers. And I'm going to pull it through and put it on the end. Okay, for this part, for the bracelet strap, you are going to take 2 bands at a time. You are going to put them on 2 prongs and then twist it and then put them on the next 2 so they're in an 8. Push them down and then put on 2 more bands and then holding them in the back, take them and lift them up over. Make sure you got them both into the middle. Push it down and then from here you're just going to keep going like that, putting 2 on a time, lifting them up over into the middle. It's going to try to come down the middle, so you're going to want to push it to the back and pull it. So what you're getting. Let's see what you're getting here. What it's going to look like. Gives you an idea. Alright, so I'm going to pause and I'll be back when I have a little longer to show you. Okay, so I have it a little longer so you can see what your strap's going to look like. And I am going to do this a little longer. I want this to be like a wristlet strap for this bag, so it can be worn around the wrist. So I'm going to make it probably about twice the size, maybe 3 times the size, and then I'm going to come back and show you how to thread it through the bag. Okay, I have this long enough for a wristlet, so I am going to put a clip in the end of it. As soon as I find the color I want. There we are. Put my fork aside. Then I'm going to get my purse, my pouch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, see where I have my clips? I'm going to start feeding this through each one of these holes, each one of these hoops that I have in a clip. And after I have it through all 4 of them, I can take off that clip that was holding it in place for me earlier. And I'm going to go around and do this on all the sides. Making sure to feed it in the order that the holes are, the hoops are. So I'm going to pause and come back once I have it through all the sides. Okay, I have my strap threaded all the way through on both sides. Now I am going to hook my clasp through the other side of my strap so that my strap's all hooked together. Now from here you can decide how you want the handle to be. You could go up both sides, or you can pull it all to one side. It all depends on how you want to do it. You just need to work it to whichever side you want it to be. I'm going to pull gently, work it all to one side. Let me just, slowly working it across. You want to do it gently so you're not breaking bands as you do this. I'm gently working it all to one side so that I have it all to one side as a wristlet. And there I have it. I have a pouch that's going to be a wristlet for me that has a circle bottom and a wristlet strap. And it opens up, and I can open it wider if I want to by gently opening up my bands, or I can close it nice and tight if I want to. So if you have any questions, let me know. And remember that you can make more panels to make this wider. You can do your sets to make it longer. So you can make this longer, wider. You can make your straps longer. You can make your straps so that they go up both sides. You could make it a strap that goes over your shoulder. You have a lot of versatility in this. Be creative. Let me know what you made. Please Instagram me and show me your pictures. I'd love to see your creativity. Thanks for watching. Bye.